Newsflash, this just in. A catastrophic event of epic proportions has hit the Yellowstone River. The United States Geological Survey reports that this is a 1 in 500-year flooding event, triggered by unanticipated rainfall and rapid snowmelt across Montana, Wyoming, and Idaho. In a swift response to the rising waters, over 10,000 visitors were evacuated from Yellowstone National Park. The gates to this nature's wonderland slammed shut, with an uncertain reopening date. The river's fury knew no bounds, as the peak streamflow levels crossed the threshold of a 1 in 500-year flood at certain points along its path. In a world where our climate is rapidly changing, extreme weather events like this are becoming the alarming norm. Yellowstone, in particular, was subjected to exceptionally high rainfall, causing extensive damage and necessitating large-scale repair efforts within the park. The good news? The South Loop of Yellowstone is set to reopen on Wednesday, with an interim visitor access plan in place to manage demand. Montana's governor is encouraging tourism and rebuilding efforts, even though the northern section of the park may remain closed for the season. In other news, the United States Air Force, under the leadership of Secretary Frank Kendall, is pushing for a radical overhaul. The Air Force is emphasizing the need to retire older aircraft that may not be suitable for potential conflicts with China. The focus is on transitioning to newer systems armed with capabilities necessary for great power competition. However, this modernization is facing resistance from Congress, which is reluctant to let go of outdated airframes. The Air Force, in its fiscal year 2022 budget request, proposed retiring over 200 older platforms. The leaders argue that this move would free up funds for new, higher-end capabilities that are essential for national security interests. But lawmakers in Congress are pushing back, raising concerns about national security potentially being compromised by holding onto outdated aircraft. To recap, the Yellowstone River has witnessed a catastrophic flood, a 1 in 500-year event, leading to large-scale evacuations and closures in the Yellowstone National Park. Meanwhile, the US Air Force is pushing for a radical overhaul of its fleet, aiming to retire older aircraft and transition to newer, more capable systems amidst resistance from Congress. Stay tuned for more updates on these unfolding stories. And remember, in this rapidly changing world, staying informed is staying empowered.